happy to know the men are listening. Special shouts going out to Dennis Amma, lawyer Dennis Amma, my dear Dennis. Hugs and kisses to you. And today, I tell you why I am like super high. I've got some of my favorite girls in the studios. Yep. All the way from Amanoni. All the way from Amanoni. You know, the year of return, it didn't end in December. Some of my girls are still in the house. Some are newly married. Some have newly connected with the loves of their lives. And some have new beauty items on their body. Hey, Dr. Hannah Lisa. Hello, Hannah Lisa. Hi, everybody's favorite doctor.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you, Shai?
Hannah Lisa, how are you?
I'm good.
You look really, really cute.
Thank you. You make people have all sorts of ideas.
You look really, really cute.
Thank you.
Like really cute. When I saw you, I was like, oh, who's this cutie nerdy? You know what you need right now?
What?
You need a pair of really cute glasses. And you have glasses?
Yes.
End of story. Welcome back to the show. We miss you.
I miss you too.
And I'm looking forward to all that you have to say today.
I'm looking forward to it too.
All that you have to say today. Also in the studios. Okay, so my son is here. And he wants to speak. And my producer wouldn't let him. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Anyway, also in the studios, we've got a newly married lady. You've been married, what, 8 days? Kipti, how long have you been married for? 8 days? 9 days?
Oh, why you look at my face?
I'll count for you. Saturday, okay, today's Wednesday, so that's 7 days plus 10 days.
Ooh.
Wow.
A decade.
Wow. I was a decade in days. Gifty, how are you?
I'm good.
What's your new name?
Mrs. Gifty Ando.
Hey. Mrs. Gifty Ando. Wow. So have you changed it? Have you gone to sign the affidavits and everything already?
Please no.
Okay. Are you going to change your name? Why are you going to change your name? I think we should have this discussion. Dear Abeku and Abu and my lovely producers, we need to have this discussion about change of name, shouldn't we? Why is this so important?
Exactly.
Anyway, if you don't change your name, how would they know you're Mrs. Gifty Andor, right? You're welcome. You're welcome to the show for the very first time.
Thank you.
And I should say she's coming all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio.
That's right.
Yeah. Are you going to speak some of your Ohio English today? No. I'm sorry, what accent was I doing? I don't even think it's American. Well, it's great to have you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also from Amanoni. We've got Miss Claudia.
Hi.
Claudia is your science student, right?
Yes. Well, I'm no longer a student. I recently graduated.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you going to be?
Well, my master's is in environmental protection and agriculture.
Okay.
And my focus is in molecular biology. So
what?
Yeah. Molecular biology.
Molecular biology.
Yes.
So biology of the molecules, right?
Sort of, but my specialization is in rehabilitation of degraded soil.
Okay, you're spoiling the thing for me.
Yes, exactly. This is too nerdy for tonight.
Wow. Well, you're welcome back home.
Thank you.
It's great. You're coming from Germany.
Yes.
Awesome. How's the year of return been for you?
It's been fun. Awesome. I mean, well, I've been home once already last year.
Okay.
Year, so yeah, it wasn't much different. But it was really, really hot. The Hamatan, I didn't feel
next
the Hamatan,
level.
Yeah, but
well, I'm very happy to have perspectives from all over the world, being 2 countries, but it's great to have perspectives from different parts of the world on the conversation we are about to have. So 2 weeks ago, my producer put on our group chat, he said, why is it that girls always marry men who are older than them? And that got me thinking, there is this perception that a woman ought to be with a man who's older. As we get older and as times evolve and as we change, it appears that this perspective might be changing, or this perception might be changing. More and more women are considering or are open to the idea of dating a man who might be younger, a little bit younger, or very, very young. All right. Now, although this perception is changing, it appears traditionally or culturally, it's still frowned upon to be with a man or to want to marry a much younger man. So today on our show, we're asking this question. Is it compulsory, necessary, by force? Is it the thing or the must for women to be with men who are older than them? What does that bring to the table? Is it because of the question of leadership and the head of the home? Is it because of the question of financial stability? Has it got to do with maturity? Is it just the norm, or is it because Adam was created before Eve? All these questions and more are what we hope to answer on Strong and Sassy tonight. You can reach us on 0244340437. That is our WhatsApp number. It's active. And as we go, I am going to activate the phone lines so that you can call. But in the meantime, you can reach us on WhatsApp. 0244340437 is the number to reach us on. So, ladies, you're welcome. I think I want to start off by reading some messages that came in on Instagram, and then from that we'll continue our conversation. How about that? Good?
Yes.
Good. All right. So here goes. Here are some messages that you sent us on Instagram. And yes, you can reach us via WhatsApp, by the way, with your thoughts on this matter on 0244340437. George De Grey says, well, I've heard people say it's always good to marry a younger woman as a man because women mature faster than men do. I beg your pardon. The Hamilton has got me. All right. Because women mature faster than men do. On the other hand, women want to marry older men because they feel a sense of protection and leadership in the man. I don't even know whether these assumptions are true. I just think that love is major and age does not determine maturity. All right. Mandy Bliss says, even fools grow old. Age is not the best yardstick for maturity. All right. Okay. Freddie Bray says, I love older women. I'm mostly attracted to women who are older than me. Age is but a number. All right. The Thai shop says, it really doesn't matter when there's mutual respect. The age gap is enormously huge. There's no point. There's no limit to life. So it appears from the messages I've read, most people think that age is but a number. What do you ladies think? What role does age play, Hannah Lisa?
Well, I personally don't have a problem with dating or marrying somebody who's younger than you. As in dating a man or marrying a man who's younger than you. I think that society makes us want to date people who are older than us because some way, somehow, that's how we've grown up. Also, I think that most of the things we expect to see in our ideal men seem to be associated with older men. Okay. That's what I generally see. So somebody's looking for somebody who's financially sound. Somebody's looking for someone who's responsible, and then the list goes on. Most of these are associated with older men, responsibility and all. So they think that, well, if all these things are associated with older men, then the older man is fine for me. But these same people, when they get a younger person who is, let's say, financially stable, he's responsible and matured, then they start second guessing their decision. So I don't really think it's about age for society. Okay, for most people, I think it's just about their fulfillment, the things they're looking for being fulfilled in older men.
All right. Okay, that's generally speaking for you.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Claudia, do you think otherwise?
No, I actually agree with that's just how it is. You are, for young ladies, we're looking for a man who's financially stable, who seems emotionally available, and these things are usually associated with much older men, and so we tend to gravitate towards them rather than towards the younger men.
How about if the young man is all that you want? He's cute. Well, I don't know what you want, but what if a younger man has all that you want? Is it possible that you find a younger man that has all that you want? Hold a thought. Let me come to Gifty generally. What are your thoughts on age and relationship?
Okay, I think all that they said is good. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't really agree with them, but me personally, I don't think I would date a man that is actually younger than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I think since I've been young, all my friends know that I want somebody who is much more matured, like somebody who is much more older than me. I have said this like my whole life. Yeah. So everybody that knows me knows I have said this my entire life.
You want a mature person or an older person?
An older person.
Okay. How older than you is your husband than you?
Oh, like 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've actually not dated anybody who is like 5 years or, less of age more than me.
Okay.
I have dated like people that are much more older than me, like 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, because that's what I have said.
Okay.
It's because I have seen some friends that have dated people that are like 2 years younger or 2 years older than them, and I didn't really like the way the relationship goes because
oh boy. Okay.
so yeah, so I think that is it. So personally, I think, dating a much more mature, because a lady wants security. I don't know whether you guys understand what I'm saying. Like a lady always wants security, but if somebody that is younger than you, somebody that is much more younger than you, don't really, you don't feel like the person can give you that security that you want. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I floated this idea, with a couple of girlfriends of mine before I came to the studio. So I said, listen, if you meet a younger guy who has all that you want, that's what I was just asking you, Claudia, who has all that you want, still has money, has looks good, and here's one thing what most of the girls said: must be taller. If you're dating a guy that's younger than you, he must be taller than you, because it gives you the sense of someone, I don't know, older. And one girl actually said when she hugs a man, she wants to feel small in his arms. And you get that with someone who's bigger or older than you. Okay, so let's add that to the list. So he's financially stable, he's mature, he's physically bigger. And when I say physically bigger, I'm talking about his build, okay? All right.
Not his stomach.
Yeah, not his stomach. So it's physically bigger, and makes you feel safe, gives you the security that you want, and all of that, Gifty. Will that make any difference for you? Or it's the age?
Not really. It wouldn't make there's much more to it than all that. That's how I feel. There's much more to it. There's much more to it than all these things that you're saying, because I feel like, like I was saying, a lady wants security. Okay. You know what I mean? Let's take it for instance, just like you said, that if you meet a younger person that has everything that you wish for, like he has money, he has like he's tall. Do
you also care about that?
No, I don't really care about that. I don't really care about.
Though he's very tall.
I mean, thank God I got that, but I didn't really. I wasn't.
Let me tell you, Gifty's husband has a lot of muscle. And by the way, he's a very supportive husband. He's out here in the producer's booth hanging out with us on the show today. So special shout out to you, Mr. Andor. We appreciate your love and your care. Charlie.
Yeah, so I don't really think I mean, I got that, that's fine, but that wasn't really something that I was looking out for. What I was looking for was the maturity, of the person. I know some younger people can have that. And I don't, I wouldn't really disagree with people that go for younger people, but it's how much more young people have that maturity. You know what I mean?
Do you agree that women mature faster than men?
Very,
yes.
Because...
Okay, you all agree?
Yes.
Is this from experience?
About 7 years older. You could be... A woman is about 7 years older in the brain than a man.
But it has to do with how we are brought up.
Okay.
So you see, even the kind of tools the kind of toys we are giving when we are kids. Mm-hmm. So a girl is given a doll. She's learning how to take care of a doll or like a human being. Mm-hmm. She's learning how to cook. She has utensils she's playing with, learning how to cook. She's learning how to do things that are making her mature quickly. Okay. She sees her mother doing it. She's playing and doing the same things. Mm-hmm. A boy is giving guns, cars, and all of those things. I mean, it's how we are.
But guns and cars, that's a lot of responsibility.
Well, I mean, now you can just shoot anything, and that's just it. So I think it's how we are brought up. It mostly makes the females mature faster than the males, because you're being trained to become a mother at a very tender age. So when something is happening in real life, you know what to do. Like a 5-year-old knows that if my doll wets himself or herself, an example, I need to change. So she has a little sister, and then the little sister is crying. She can just tell the mom, "Oh, mom, I think that the baby's crying because he's wet himself."
So you think that if boys are given dolls to play with, they'll mature?
No, if they're giving more mind-challenging games to play with, they would mature. And if they are brought up in ways, like maybe they're brought up to learn, they're washing cars early, like 5, they're with their dad washing cars. No, that's what I feel. I feel like if they're with their dads washing cars, they're doing,
but they're left to just play, right?
They don't do anything. They don't even sweep. They don't do anything. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I feel.
That depends on the home you were brought up in, because I feel like my younger brother, for his age, is very mature.
Okay.
I mean, I personally would never date a guy younger than me, but if a guy approached me and he had the attributes my younger brother has now, I would date him.
What attributes are those?
He's very calm. He's mindful of his environment. He considers the feelings of people. He saves a lot. So I mean, financial independence, he's getting up there. And then he's just very responsible. That's just how he comes. My younger brother has never done anything for me to want to scold him before.
Ever
in his entire life, and he's 24.
Wow.
So if somebody came up to me and he was just like my brother, I would date him in a heartbeat.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm auditioning girls, by the way.
Let me ask you, what do you look out for in a man?
For me, it's...
Do you have a man now?
Hey,
I do, yes.
Okay. Now, don't put her on the spot.
No. That's not my intention.
I do.
That's not my intention. But let's hear it. You know, let me tell you something, okay? From talking to my girls earlier today, it's like a lot of women struggle as they get older to decide exactly what they want in a man. As we grow, it appears that we know what we want. I want a man who's this. We even know the complexion of the man we want. But the older we get, I don't know if what we want changes, or we begin to be more open-minded and we don't mind about certain things. So let me just ask you, ladies, who knows? Someone might be taking notes, and so tell me, Mahalisa, the way I can't wait to hear you. I cannot wait. He must be a doctor. Eh?
He must be a doctor. That's on the list. My brother is studying.
I didn't say
one.
that.
He's young. You don't mind. You said you don't mind the younger guy.
I don't mind.
He's good looking. He's taller than me, and I'm quite tall. So he works out a lot too. He has a 6-pack and everything.
These are the hugs that you need in your life. All right. Let's hear you.
I mean, for me personally, when I look for a guy I have a connection with, it's not about him being taller than me. My boyfriend I'm taller than him, so.
Oh, hi, boyfriend. Charlie, today the men in the studio, they are babysitting. They are giving us support. Charlie, we love you guys. Please come in and take pictures. Please come in. All right.
I think when we're young and we read these novels, we have a certain idea. Yes, we have this thing in our head, like we want somebody who is romantic and who is tall, but when you start to grow at all these things, it's about somebody you have a connection with, somebody who respects you, genuinely cares about you. So that's what I look out for, and I feel like that's what I have now. So
well, congratulations, honey.
Thank you.
May we all
Hey.
All right, Hannah Lisa, it's your turn.
What's the question?
I'm just asking, what do you look out for in a man? I'd like to assume that because we're all very different women here, we will sort of represent different views of women listening. So let's try. And if you're listening to us in your car, in traffic, at home, wherever you are, I'd like to hear from you also. Please WhatsApp us 0244 340 437. What do you look out for in a man? And would you date a man that's younger than you? Do you mind? Is it a problem? Do you agree that women mature faster than men and all of that? Let us know. 0244 340 437 is the number to reach us on via WhatsApp. All right, Hannah Lisa.
Okay, so it's like for me, I've been the one that my friends are always coming to when they have issues and troubles and all of that. So I have been like the strong one amongst my friends. So for me, it's very important if I have, she mentioned connection, and I'm able to be vulnerable with you.
Okay.
I don't mind letting you know my insecurities.
Okay.
If I feel warm around you, and I it's not about just being able to chat, because I easily chat with people, but if I feel warm, I'm able to let you know my insecurities. I can be vulnerable with you.
Like share
That's
everything.
yes, that's very, very important to me. And I tease a lot and I make a lot of jokes. So if you don't have a funny side, or if you don't have a good sense of humor, that tends to be. And of course, I like people who are morally upright. It's not just about Christianity, because we have Christians who are not morally upright. But you need to have your principles, and you need to be driven,
Okay.
because I do a lot of things. So you need to be
Oh, you
confident.
do a lot of things.
Yes, so you need to be confident in yourself, such that my drive is not going to be like a hindrance to you. So you're moving me, you're moving in your direction. You don't have to be, she said doctor, you don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be higher than me per se. You should just be confident in your field and know that, okay, this is what I have been called by God to do. This is what I am doing. And so and my girlfriend is a doctor, and let me support her. I don't have to bring her down to shine. So like these are just like a few of the...
Did you say a few?
No.
How about looks? Do you care about looks?
No, you should be okay.
You should be okay. So there's this issue of trotro that has been coming up a lot.
So that
on
my
this
children
show.
will be nice.
Let me ask you. There's this issue about trotro that has been coming up a lot on this show, right? Would you date a man that takes trotro? And when I say takes trotro, I don't mean he has a car and he's taking trotro. I mean he's driven and everything, but he's broke. Okay, not broke, like he can't afford 3 square meals a day. He's all right, like a regular guy. You are a high flying doctor with your fancy car and everything. Would you date a man that is, for the want of a better expression, and by reference to the many times this expression has been used on this show, a trotro taking man?
You see, now when it comes to dating, there are a lot of things that we look at. So sometimes the other things may be so much that, well, the church doesn't mind.
It doesn't matter.
No, maybe I'll sit
All
in the
right,
church.
well, hello. All right, Dr. Hannah Lisa. So can I describe her mood and her state while she says the trotro doesn't matter? Oh, I should leave it.
They're watching on Facebook Live.
They're watching on Facebook Live. All right, Gifty, how about you? Doesn't matter. I mean, we want to. Okay, so you know what? Just describe your husband to us, because you're already
My
married.
husband is all the
Oh, look at that tall glass of chocolate. All right, but of course, aside looks, I mean, what are the things that you considered aside his looks, his age?
The very first one was the spirituality aspect.
All right.
Yeah, you have to be not very, but you
Love God.
have to be somebody that really loves God. That was my number one.
Okay.
Aside that, I'm a very jovial person. Like, my sense of humor is like right there.
Okay.
So I it's not like I'm sorry, my exes, but it's not like I'm saying that some of my exes weren't, they didn't have like the sense of humor, but I needed somebody that had a very high sense of humor, because
You're up there already.
I am there. Like, my sense of humor, I don't have no filter. I just have fun, So I needed somebody like that. That was a very, very, that was a very, like, it was right on top of the list for me. And he was one of those. My husband is okay. He's not.
He's good
rich.
looking.
I mean, he's not that rich, but he's good. I mean, he's fine. If you get somebody that is driven, or somebody that is, his potentials are right there, that this person, he's not there yet, but he will get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that was kind of things that I was looking out for. And of course, he's fine. I wasn't really looking at the fine, but hey,
But you got
he's
him.
fine and all that. So, yeah.
it's amazing. I'm looking at him as you describe it. And I'm like, all right. I want to read some of the messages coming in. You can reach us on 0244 340437. That's the number to reach us on WhatsApp. All right. Ifya from KNUSD says, yes, I'll date a guy that's about 2 or 3 years older than me. All right. Younger than me, but he should be mature. And that's from Ifya. Okay, thank you, Ifya. All right, more messages coming in. Okay, the most important quality a woman needs in a man is very hard to find. His character. But we are easily able to know what we want about the man. We end up being tormented by what he wants. Character is very hard to find. I pray most women find a man with good character, or date a man you can accommodate to grow old happily with, even if they don't have much. Oh, yeah. And that's from Cosby Anthony. All right, thank you for sending that in. All right, I'm like a brother. Hey, wait, okay. All right, romantic from Medina. Thank you for your message, but I don't understand. I don't think my listeners will understand, so I won't read it. But I appreciate your texting. Sika Antobre. Is this the Sika Antobre, no? Well, he says that, hello now, I think maturity in relationship for me is a level of understanding both parties have. So age isn't that significant unless one party isn't that mature. The only problem is, pardon me, the only problem is women tend not to care too much about their looks as they get older. Excuse you.
Sure?
He says that we don't care about our looks as we get older.
It's not true. You should meet my mom.
Okay, but remember, we are sight beings. Okay, I think you're trying to say men are sight beings. Okay, they're attracted to what they see. So most men go for younger women so that they always look fresh. But lately, dear, men that come
Not even.
Okay, so like you're trying to say that men can get even Miss Malika and still cheat. Okay.
True.
All right. Apart from what our esteemed guests mentioned, my thing with dating younger men too is that women age. So I want someone who is older so that I will stay younger and still look fresh. You guys agree? Do you guys agree, Annalisa?
Yes, women, the thing is, women age, when we get to menopause, we age rapidly. But men age gradually. So that's why they say that. But it all depends on the woman involved. There are 50-year-olds, there are 60-year-olds who are really good looking. And there are 20-year-olds who have allowed themselves to age.
What do you mean allowed themselves?
You need to put in effort. That's what I mean.
Like
Naturally, when you give birth, you tend to age. Yes. Oh, it's true. You know that pregnancy stresses the body a lot. So you tend to age. Now, if you're not in a loving relationship too, there's so much stress, and you're always sad, you tend to age, and you're not happy, you tend to age. And so you need to put in effort. You need to take care of your mental health. You need to exercise. You need to eat right. If you're doing all these things, you would have a good figure. Madam, you started at 89. Look at you now, 70 something. Yes, this is effort. But somebody would say, oh, I just gave birth, and so I'm allowed to gain weight. And they will, and if you don't do anything about your weight, every year you would increase if you don't do anything about it. No, that's normal. So every year you increase. So imagine you don't do anything after childbirth, you add on and you keep increasing. So you look older than your partner.
You know, it's very difficult, Annalisa.
It is, but you need to do something
It's
about
very
it.
difficult. I can't even begin to talk about it, but where were we? See, you've confused me, Annalisa. It's hard.
Women
It's hard.
age faster.
It's hard. So that's like from a doctor's point of view. We actually do. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that's physically.
Yes.
How about mentally? Do women grow or mature faster than men?
Yes, women mature, and I've said that I feel I haven't read any real reason for it, but I feel like there have been suggestions that it's because of how we are brought up. That's why she talked about her brother, who she's given to me.
Yes. I am. I'm serious. I'm actually serious.
That's why she talked about her brother and how he has been brought up. So you can find, because I've met 41-year-olds, 50-year-olds in the consulting room or along my line of work, and the way they think is amazing. You understand?
You don't mean that as a compliment, do you?
No! But you can meet 21-year-olds and you sit back and you're listening to what they are saying, and you're like, God, this person is matured. Maturity is not so much about age, it's about your experiences in life. So let's say somebody is 41 and he's been spoon-fed by his father his whole life.
Okay.
You can't compare him to somebody who's 25 and he had to leave the house at 18 and fend for himself and his siblings. Life has forced that person to mature. So these two people can't be the
On
same.
the same level.
Yes, in terms of maturity. So it's experience rather than age. It's not really about age.
You know why I was asking whether it's true medically? Because from my little experience with childbirth, okay, I happen to be a NICU mom. So in the NICU, they tell you that these are the chances. These are the fighting chances of babies. So okay, let me just say boys and girls. Girls have a better fighting chance than boys. The probability that a female baby, premature baby, will survive is higher than that of a boy, a male baby. So from there, I began to think, why? Like the girls have a better fighting chance. The girls fight. The girls try to stay alive. But the boys are so weak. And they are lazy. I don't know. I don't mean to say lazy.
Yeah.
But then the boys just rely on the machines. And
Think about it.
but then the girls actually fight.
Put in an effort.
So they say that the girls have a higher rate of survival than the boys. So I was wondering, why is this? I mean, is this like a medical situation where girls are just generally, they're fighting and they're strong and they're thinking even as little babies?
Now, I won't be surprised because even as we age, we have a higher expectancy than men. Yes, in Ghana, I think we're women is 64, our life expectancy is 64, and men is like 62. But in other places, it's really high. You can have, I think in America, you can have 70s for men and 80s for women. So all over, women are expected to stay longer than men. There haven't been
That's why there are
studies
more
as to
widows than widows.
Yes, there haven't been real studies as to why. They've just attributed it to the kind of lifestyle we have, and because we're more careful. And yes, we have a better chance of survival because we fight. Women, and because of childbirth and all, we are stronger. We're stronger mentally. We've been built up from the womb to be strong mentally. So women seem very emotional, but they're able to handle things harder than men.
Yeah, have you seen a man with a cold? It's like that.
So these are some of the...
Oh, guys. Okay, I have a feeling that there are men and women in their cars right now in traffic, and the men are flinching and saying, "What's not talking about?" All right, guys, chill. All right, but you can text me though and let me know what you think. 0244-340-437 is the number to reach me on. 0244-340-437. I'm going to activate the phone lines in a moment so you can call in and share your thoughts. Let me come to you, Claudia, on women maturing faster than men. Now, you've given us a classic case of your brother, but that's in your household. How about your relations with other men, your other friends, your exes, and so on?
So I have actually never dated a guy who's the same age as me. I think the youngest guy I've ever dated was 2 years older than me, and that relationship was horrible. Like, I couldn't have an intellectual conversation with him. So I've always been attracted to guys older than me. That's my thing. But I don't judge anybody who wants to date a younger guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you met a younger guy who you could have such, thought-provoking and stimulating conversations with, would you?
I would consider it, but I don't know.
It's not your first choice.
No, it wouldn't be my first choice.
How
at
about
all.
if you didn't know? So I have a friend who dated a guy for a while, not so long, about 3 weeks. They went on about 3 dates, and she was in love. On the third date, which was supposed to be the make or break date, she found out that he was 26 and my friend is 34. So, at that date, she was crushed. She broke up with him, but he was everything that she wanted. And he was so smart. And he had businesses that were doing well. And he knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted. And he knew how old she was. But she broke up with him because of his
That's
age.
sad.
And that got me thinking, like, you've never found anybody that you connect with like this in your lifetime. And the first time you find this person, he's 26
Oh, I would take
and
it.
she's 34.
You will?
I would.
You
I mean,
take it?
in a situation like that, I would.
3 weeks.
Well, you know, sometimes when you
No,
when
but you should
know,
give
you
the
know.
person a chance. Yes.
When you know.
I think that you should give the person a chance. You can't just use one thing to rule someone out. That's what I feel. I feel like age is one
But
thing.
Nancy,
You shouldn't just use it to
Just
rule.
like when you were beginning, you said something about, is it because of Adam and Eve, blah, blah, blah. So,
Yeah.
you know, like today I was just thinking, I was like, you know, you can never beat the word of God. You know, let's go to the word of God a little bit. God created Adam before he created Eve. I'm not, please, listeners, it's not like I'm saying
No,
anybody
you say
dating,
it's fine.
a younger person should.
Yeah,
should
yeah,
really
just
bet-
your thoughts.
Yeah, but God created Adam before he created Eve. So before we came, there was a man. You know? So I just feel like, you know, God has made it a point that, like, a woman, you know, like, first of all, because Adam was created before Eve, that means that Adam was older, right? Before
Okay.
Eve.
How many days were they apart?
We don't know.
Okay, so Adam was older than Eve.
Adam was older than Eve, but
Okay.
we don't know. We should
Alright.
actually look for it.
Okay.
So, anything that has been said in the Bible, you know, you can date. Listen, I have seen people that have dated people, younger, much, women. No,
Who have dated
men,
younger boy-
men younger than them.
Mm-hmm.
They've made it through 10 years, 20 years, but it got to a point. You know what I mean? Like, I was telling my husband today that women naturally we are very disrespectful. It takes
Wait,
a
wait.
women. Oh no, women are naturally disrespectful, and men naturally have ego.
That I agree.
Yes,
Okay. Women are actually
No, on the
disrespectful?
ego part.
Okay.
No, the men
women,
having ego.
Women are. It takes a cautious effort for a woman to respect. Like you, it's like no. I have to comport myself here and stuff. A woman, listen. You haven't disrespected a woman for a woman to show you the other side. You can meet a very quiet woman, but immediately you show her some other side, the woman will show you another character. You'll be amazed. You know what I mean? So always, I told my husband that women are naturally disrespectful, but until you bring that part out, you will never know.
I
But
don't
the
know.
age
Wait,
has
you know,
nothing to do with.
No,
Wait.
I'm not talking about age. I'm talking
Okay,
about
wait. Do you ladies agree women are naturally disrespectful?
yeah.
No, I feel like
Yeah.
and I feel like if you're I had a friend, she told me she was marrying someone who's older than her
Okay.
because she's disrespectful. On her wedding day, she showed her husband disrespect. I think if you're disrespectful, you are disrespectful. There are some people who don't respect. They they won't respect because there will be familiarity. You can marry somebody who's 25 years older than you. You will stay in the same house with him. You start seeing him as your equal, and you will disrespect him. It has nothing to do with the
That's
age.
what
As
I'm
for
saying.
that,
So,
I feel
so just imagine you being in a house with, let's say the guy is, you are about 3 or 4 or 5 years older than the guy, and you are in the same house with the person. So let's say the familiarity thing comes in, okay, and then a man is naturally egoistic. You know what I mean? Like he got ego. So let's say the guy disrespects you, and you know this guy is actually younger than you.
that's if you have a problem with it. If you have a problem with the age,
But
it becomes
you will never
if you have-
But
realize
if you have
until
a problem
that
with the age,
familiarity
you shouldn't
comes
even be in that situation in
if
the
you
first
have a problem
place.
with the age, then it will become something you look at. It's like dating a rich. Let's put age aside. It's like dating a rich guy. Let's say dating someone who's not rich. You have a problem with the finances, so it will be an issue. But if you don't have a problem with it, you can go and sit in your church with him, and you're happy because he makes
Listen,
you laugh.
Look, you will never realize it. That 1 or 2 years. Listen, this is a lifetime thing. You know what I mean? This is going to be a lifetime. You will never realize it in the first year, second year, third. You won't.
No.
But as time goes on, you just like you said, familiarity. Like you will be
No,
tired.
I'm just trying to say
you?
that these things have nothing to do with,
With
age.
age.
Somebody's character has nothing to do with their
It's
age.
their
You can
character.
get
It's got
you can
nothing to
get
do
a
with age, I
50-year-old
agree.
man who respects even a 10-year-old.
Okay, let
You
me activate the
understand?
phone lines now. Let's let our listeners call in. 0302 is the number to reach us on. 0302 Call me if you need someone to talk to. All right, let's know what you think. All right, 0302 Gloria from Toronto, Canada says, my husband is 10 years older than me, and I'm glad I chose him.
Yeah.
He's very spiritual. He's fun to be with. He's romantic. The whole 9 yards. Sheesh. He's the best. Please send us your husband's name and let's send him shout out. Also, if your husband has younger brothers, please send their numbers so that we can hook people up now. We can hook Annalisa up. Park Wesi from Bawi says, now my wife is a year older than me. I never knew until 2 months after we started dating, and it's never been an issue. I think it all boils down to respect for each other. Ladies, do you think we'll be better off if we didn't know how old our partners were?
No, I think you should know, so that you know whether you have a problem with it or not.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
I mean, I'm saying I don't have a problem with age, but I won't date someone who is not legal. So, you know, some guys are big. So you need to know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just need to know for knowing's sake.
Okay.
It's like I'm asking you, what work do you do? Not because, hey, I want to spend all your money. I
Yeah.
just need to know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's what I feel.
All right. Hello. Now, my husband agrees. So he says women are very picky and not necessarily disrespectful. All right. 0302 is the number to reach us on. All right. I've got my first caller on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's your name?
Hello.
Hi. What's your name? Hello. Okay. I think for some reason you couldn't hear me, but please call back. 0302 is the number to reach us on. I've got another call on the line. Hello.
Hello, now.
Can you please turn down the volume on your radio set?
Oh, it's not even you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You're on air.
Yeah, good evening. All.
Good evening.
I think I agree with the disrespect and you know something. Today, this evening, the person who said, the lady who said about the disrespect about women. See, there's a verse in the Bible that says that women should respect their husbands and men should love their wives. This is the real definition of, because I feel like men have a problem when it comes to love and women has a problem when it comes to respect. That is my own. And with the maturity thing now, I'm just 25. But when you meet me and talking to me, you feel like, how old are you? See, there's a time that I was talking
You're
to
very
my
mature.
dad. See, now, it's not like I'm just saying it for bragging or something. No. There was a time I was talking to my dad and he just looked at me and told me that I'm even wiser than my senior brother, who is 31. Because he realized that the way I see things and the way I process them, how I talk is different. And because of this thing, it's earned me some chances that I meet these people and they open up to me about certain things that I don't even expect them to talk to me about.
All right.
So I think when it comes to maturity, age there is just a number. It doesn't matter.
Thank you so much. I've got George on the line now. Hello, George.
Hello?
Hi, George.
Yes.
George, you're live.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening. I think with this issue about age, I'd rather go for familiarity rather breeding contempt than age issue. Let me give you two short personal experience. When I was around 19, there was one lady who was around 25 who, she was like my girlfriend. We were moving around a lot. Nothing sexual though. But I realized that whenever I bring any suggestion, she keeps on just, putting her aside and stuff. And it was so funny because I knew I was smarter and intelligent than her, but then she had an issue just because I was young. And if I say something, she thinks that because I'm young, that's not right. You get it? So I realized that ladies have an issue with that. Again, I had a relationship where I was about 9 years older than the lady. I didn't have any problem with that because...
Wait, were you still 19 at the time?
Come again?
Were you still 19 at this time?
No, I didn't mind because...
You said you were 19...
No, I was 19, please. Later in my 20s.
Okay,
and I didn't have a problem because I could see the intelligence in her, the hardworkingness and everything, and we could relate easily. You get it? But then sometimes she gets issues and she talks to you in a certain way, even though you are older than her. So I think it's more about character and the spur of the moment. If your husband does something to you and you are angry, then you think, this small boy, why is he talking to me like this? But not because of his age, maybe talking to you because he feels entitled that your husband loves you and does something and it pains him or something. And then those who also say that marry someone older than you as a lady because a lady you grow older. It doesn't apply. If a man is an urbanizer, if he is 50 and you are 30, you go after 90-year-old girls.
All
I
right.
think the issue about age is about your mind.
Okay,
And usually
not
if you
really
like
the
the
age
person,
itself. All right. Thank you so much. I've got Sika on the line. Hello, Sika. Hello.
Hello,
Hi, Sika. How are you?
I'm good now. This
All
is
right.
Sika.
Oh, hey, you are the one that said what? This is Sika and Sombre, the one that said that when we are growing, we just leave ourselves. Explain yourself with a Venn diagram.
Now you dress better than your older sister. You dress better than your mother. I mean, that's the simple explanation I get. And men aside this, like I told you, men, it's what we see. What do we see? It causes a thing in our mind, and and so of course, I mean, if you have an older person, I used to date a lot of older people because
you used to date a lot of older girls?
Yes, because I wanted mature people. I didn't want little girls disturbing me. So I wanted people that I could discuss stuff. So even now, I'm attracted to women who are intelligent. So if you're intelligent, you don't need to be beautiful. You have to just be intelligent. I should be able to talk to you. You know me, I talk a lot. So I have to have somebody who is able to give the responses that I so desire, not necessarily physical beauty. Like I fall in love with you because you're mature in there. And so growing up, I used to like a lot of older people because then they could speak to my understanding than the younger one. And basically, I'm thinking that, being married for 7 years and kids and all that, you realize that women, the role they play naturally allows them to have a lot of knowledge, and information gives you power. And when women have information, they become powerful, and sometimes if it's not checked, they become disrespectful. And naturally.
So you agree with Gifty when she talks about disrespect?
Yes, women. I think basically that's why God is all knowing and always a wise person or God being, and He puts it there. Women respect. By way of saying be submissive, I mean that is respect.
All right. Unfortunately, we are going to have to wrap up this call, Sika. But thank you for sharing your perspective on this matter. Really appreciate it. We will talk more, behind the scenes. Thank you, Sika. I've got Romeo on the line now. Hello, Romeo.
Yeah, hello, Naa.
Yes, Romeo, you're live.
Right. I'm enjoying your conversation. You see, I've had this conversation with my senior sister before. And my senior sister was like, well, she has been taking care of her junior brothers like myself and others. And so she cannot just see why you should have sex with somebody who's older than, just like a little brother. That's the reason he gave. I just want to look like my little brother. Why should I have sex with my little brother?
All right. Thank you so much, Romeo. I appreciate it. Edward, the older person be your father. I've got Edward on the line. Edward, you're my final caller. Hi, Edward. Hello, Edward. Hello, Edward. All right. Somehow we lost Edward. I don't know if we should take another call or we should wrap it up. All right. I've got one caller now. Hello, Edward.
Yeah.
Oh, Edward, you're still here. Hi. Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well.
You're my final caller. What are your thoughts?
For me, I think when it comes to relationship, when you want to play the age card, it doesn't hold because it depends on both of you understanding each other, and is the love strong. The age, you can't factor the age into the relationship. But my personal experience, when I was in high school, I'd completed high school at the time. I was 18 years old, and my girlfriend was in nursing training college, and she was done with her exams, and she was being posted. She was around 25 years old, and we had a perfect relationship. You understand? But family did not consider because she's older than me. So if not for the fact that families and society will see it as something else, for me personally, I think it's proper to date someone who's more mature than you, because if only she understands it and she's not going to play the age card, that's perfect. That's my thought.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing. You're my final caller. I appreciate all the men who called. I was hoping a girl would call, but as usual, we had the men calling, and we love you guys. We appreciate your calls. We're all girls in the studio, so it's good to hear the men and what do you think. Even though we have 3 strong men in the studio tonight, I would like to bring you to the microphone, but we have just 5 minutes to go. Unfortunately, 1 hour comes by so fast, eh? So I'm going to ask you, ladies, to just give me your final opinion. But on this, if there's a girl listening to us right now who has a much younger guy that she likes, I'm not talking 1 year, 2 years, I'm talking younger guy that she likes, what would be your advice to her? Let me start with you, Claudia.
My advice: don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, see, sometimes in the beginning you think that, oh, he's all I want, but at a certain point you may lose respect. I mean, I don't entirely agree with what you said about women being disrespectful, but at a certain point you may lose that. And so if in the initial stages you don't think that this is somebody you can respect for the rest of your life, then don't do it. Because I once heard somebody say, if you think that you cannot respect a man regardless of his age, you have no business being with him.
All right. Thank you, Claudia.
Thank you.
All right. Should I come to you, Gifty?
Yeah.
All right. Final words to this lady.
I wouldn't say go leave your man tonight, no. But I think you should really, 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 really consider so many things. I will personally not date anybody that's much younger than me, not even like 3 to 5 years older than me. I want somebody much more older because,
10 years.
7, 10,
20.
not more than, no. Not more than 12.
Okay.
Years older than me.
She's looking at her husband for approval.
Not more than like 12 years
Okay.
or maybe 13 years older than me, but
So when you are like 25, then they'll be like 37.
yeah, because see, women.
Wait, you're 30 now.
No, I'm not.
You're 29.
28.
Okay.
Yeah. So because women, like I said, it's not like it's scientifically proven or whatever, but women tend to age about 7 years
Faster
than men. So
all right. Well, thank you,
yeah.
Gifty. Hannah Lisa, you have the final words and you have 1 minute.
Oh, I don't think that you should leave the person because of age. It's very hard to find love.
Oh, God.
From where I work and the things I see,
Okay.
people have followed a lot of societal standards and they're depressed in marriages. They are mentally...
Please say that again.
I said from where I work and the things I see, people have followed societal standards and they are depressed. They are mentally challenged and are going through a lot because they allowed society define who the perfect man is and who they should date or who they should marry. Society gave them standards, they followed, and they ended up being depressed. So please, it's your happiness. It's your peace of mind. You know what you're looking out for. You know what you can live with. Don't use one thing to disqualify somebody because that could be your only source of happiness.
All right, Hannah Lisa. Nicely said. Yeah. Thank you so much, ladies. It's been amazing having you. And I'm so glad I asked you ladies to come. Thank you, Claudia, Gifty, Hannah Lisa, and to Mr. Andor, and to Mr. Glover T in the studios. Special thanks to you all. And to Selwyn, my man on the social media desk, to Abeku, my babysitter, producer, wonderful boyfriend, and to Abu. Thank you guys so much. My name is Naa Ashorkor. This has been Strong and Sassy. Up next is Overdrive with Iggy.